everyone, and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks, July 3rd, 2021. We got Major League Baseball for you tonight and the NBA playoffs, Game 6, Hawks and the Bucks from Atlanta. We got big news in that game, possibly Trae Young and Giannis Antetokounmpo both out for that game, potentially. Both still battling injuries right now officially. Giannis listed as doubtful and Trae Young listed as questionable. Same tags as last game, and they both ended up not playing. Alright, so normally in this part of this show I would get right into my results from the last episode, but we are actually staggering results now, which means I will have the results from the previous episode the following episode, if that makes sense. Reason for that being is as I'm recording this, those results are still ongoing. So, what can you do? Alright, so without further ado, number one for tonight, July 3rd. We're going to start right there in the NBA. We're going to start with over-under bets here. We're looking at under 216.5 points in the Hawks-Bucks Game 6. Again, guys, we got injury problems up front there for both Atlanta and Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo listed as doubtful. Probably will not play. He's likely to play Game 7 if it goes that far, but he probably won't play in Game 6. Trae Young, not sure if he's going to play either right at this point. Trae Young listed as questionable. I almost would expect to see him on the court because Atlanta really has to win this game and get it to Game 7. Atlanta is desperate, so if Trae Young can play, he probably will play. Despite that, though, I'm still going with the under. The under has been the trend in this series. Honestly, even before Trae Young and Antetokounmpo got hurt, defense was being played in the series. But the last time we went with the under in game number 4 when the Hawks tied it up, they won 110-88, so the under hit easily there with 198 points. Now, the last game, the under did not hit. There was 235 points. So both teams shot the ball very well from 3. Brook Lopez was 14 out of 18 from the field. Who saw that coming? If you guys saw that coming, drop me a comment below because I didn't see it coming. He was sensational. He had 33 points. Just if you bet on that, you would have made some money. But yeah, I expect the under to hit again here, guys. It's going to be tight. It's going to be Game 6. Anytime we get down to Game 6, Game 7, I just definitely expect the game will be much tighter. And I expect less points to be scored, especially without the stars on the court. You can't rely on teams' three-point shooting. You know, if teams get hot from 3, of course, you know, the over is likely to hit in that scenario, but I just never really bank on that. Defense will be better, I think, in Game 6 on both sides. I don't think there'll be as many points. So, yeah, look for that under to hit. Number 2, guys, sticking right in this game, I got Kevin Huerter over 4.5 assists in the Hawks-Bucks game, plus 110 odds right now we have. He has hit this easily in the last 2 with 7 assists. I bet on him to get 6 assists last game, and he got 7. I won a good chunk of change on that. I just bet on that because I thought it was a sensational bet, especially if Trae Young either is not at full health or is out again. I believe it's a sensational bet. Huerter seems to be kind of settling into that role as kind of being the facilitator rather than looking for his own shot. Or it's not even that he's not looking for his own shot. He's just not making them. He's better right now passing the ball. So I think he's leaning more that way. Look for those assists to come in easily. I expect him easily to get 4.5, assists. Get over that. Easily get 5 assists. I would go as high as, if you wanted to take a shot at it, go for 8 assists. Because I think he has a good shot at getting 8 assists, and that'll pay you some big money. But again, that's not my official pick. I'm going over 4.5 because you can still get good enough money. You can still get plus 110. I think it's worth it. He had that in the first half last game. So that'll be a kind of more of a sweat-free pick, I think. I really do. Number 3, now kind of riding the hot hand here with Brook Lopez, but kind of already know that Giannis isn't going to be playing tomorrow night. I don't have a crystal ball, but based on what I've heard and what I see, the Bucks don't intend to play him in Game 6. They intend to play him in Game 7 if it goes that far. Because if they can rest him, why wouldn't they rest him? It's a logical thing to do. There's no reason to rush Giannis back here. Bucks won without him just fine last game. So look for that. Look for them to rest him again. He's going to need to make a big finals run if they make it. So Brook Lopez again. Here's the thing with Brook Lopez, right? I think people forgot just how good Brook Lopez was. Brook Lopez really hasn't diminished that much skill-wise from his time with the Brooklyn Nets. You remember how good he was with them? Still showing that same scoring skills, getting the rebounds. He can still pass the ball. Still a great player. Nothing's really changed that much with him. He may have lost a step, maybe. I didn't notice it. If anything, he's gotten better from three-point range. Didn't show that off last game. Just doing his work in the paint. But look for Brook Lopez to have another big game, guys, especially if the Hawks go small like they did last game. Clint Capella only had 21 points, so the Hawks were really looking to go small there against the Bucks. That did not work. Granted, I think the Hawks might adjust. Even still, Brook Lopez, I expect to hit over 15.5 points. He's got to get about halfway to where he got last time. And I think he's more of, they're more looking for him now because Giannis isn't on the floor, and he won't be on the floor as far as I'm concerned for Game 6. So yeah, take that over 15.5 for Brook Lopez, minus 122. Number 4, I rode this pick tonight, and it was a push. We got over 10 runs in the Indians-Astros game, minus 108. We have Eli Morgan on the hill. Anytime I see that guy on the hill, I'm always tempted to take the over. The guy's got an ERA of around 10. Especially against the Astros lineup. Definitely want to take that. So look for that to come in. Eli Morgan's going to have a rough time tomorrow night with this Astros lineup in particular. So many bats that are just so difficult to get out. I feel for anybody trying to play against that Astros lineup, especially at full health. Number 5, sticking right with that, I got the Astros minus 1.5 run line versus the Indians. Kind of same concept here, minus 114 odds. Pitching matchup definitely goes to the Astros tomorrow night just because of Eli Morgan for the Indians. He's really struggled this year. And that's not going to turn around against the Astros. It's the wrong team to try to get yourself right against. I think the Astros easily cover this 1.5 run line. Astros, I believe, win. I got the Astros scoring anywhere between 8 and 11 runs tomorrow night. Indians maybe chalk up 3 or 4. So, again, we'll cover that run line. I think it's a great bet. We'll get that over as well. So, yeah, ship it. Other than that, guys, that is my 5 picks for tonight. So, to recap, I have under 216.5 in the Hawks-Bucks game, minus 110 odds. Number 2, we got Kevin Huerter over 4.5 assists for the Atlanta Hawks versus the Bucks, plus 110 odds. Just got to get you 5 assists. Pretty easy there. Brook Lopez over 15.5 points versus the Hawks, minus 122. 33 last game on 14-18 shooting, guys. A lot to like there from Brook Lopez. Number 4, over 10 runs in the Indians-Astros game. We got Eli Morgan back on the hill for the Indians with an ERA of in that 10 range against a very potent Astros lineup. Look for that to come in as well. Minus 108 odds on that. And number 5, the Astros minus 1.5 run line versus the Indians, minus 114. Sticking with those same points there. They win the pitching matchup, and the lineup is far superior. There's no reason the Astros shouldn't win by more than 1 run. They did tonight, 6-3. Again, I had the over-under in that game of 9, and I got a push on it. Really thought I was going to hit it easily. My prediction for the game did come in where Henches for the Indians, another ERA pitcher of about 8, gave up 6 runs early. But there weren't many runs after that. I actually got fortunate to get the push. So, what are you going to do? Alright guys, well, that's going to do it for me. Y'all have a great rest of your night. We will catch you next time. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. Appreciate that. Trying to grow the channel here. Help me get to 20 subscribers by the end of this week. We're at 13. Just help me get to 20. That would be big. So let's start growing this thing. Let's build a community. And let's have fun. And let's make some money. Let's go. Peace.